If you know that we're in the matrix, in a simulation, in a dream, that we are in a game, that we are the game, that our thoughts are creating our reality, imagination is creation, then knowing that fear is an illusion is a critical piece to this experience and to the ascension and human evolution of expanding our conscious awareness and remembering who we are, that we are God having a human experience, that we are the game, and that our purpose is to awaken. So I am constantly on a hunt for the fear. Show me the fear. It's my ally. Show me the fear, because then I know the fear is the illusion and I can pivot out of that, transmute that from fear into love. And this could be things from jumping on an airplane like I did, traveling by myself, sleeping on the side of the road and knowing I'm safe, period. I know I'm always protected. I am safe. And pushing every single one of these envelopes. But that's not just that. It's the fear of not being worthy, fear of not being enough. All these fears that we perpetuate. This is what we're doing, is transmuting out of the fear back into the illusion, into love, getting out of the suffering. Imagine everybody understanding that you can end suffering by looking at the fear and knowing that fear is the illusion and working to pivot that perspective. This is how you end the suffering. This is what the awakening is all about. So, knowing that we're in a game, knowing that the lucid dreams are teaching us, not even teaching us, reminding us of how to control the awakened state, how to be conscious creators. When you're in a dream, for me, in moments of fear, and all of a sudden I realize, oh wait, I don't actually have to fear this. All of a sudden, I am in a lucid dream and I'm controlling the dream. What I want to do, what I think of, just starts happening. It's reminding us of what we're capable of doing in the awakened state and how to keep waking up into the lucid reality. So I'm always wanting to test all these fears. This is what's been so great about these road trips, is I've had an abundance of opportunities to look at fears and go, nope, I trust I'm protected, I'm safe, I'm guided, this is all happening for me, everything is meaningless until I give it meaning, so I'm going to give it the meaning of what love would do rather than what fear would do. And I just kept pushing it, and I kept waking up more and more. And then all of a sudden my thoughts are manifesting immediately. Things I'm writing down, people I'm writing I'm going to meet, what they look like, happening. Things I have painted, pictures I've drawn, I'm experiencing them in the physical reality. I'm walking into those drawings. It's incredible. I'm saying this is magic. You are magic. So I kept pushing the envelope for all this fear. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was my third road trip that I just did to Sedona. Since I started sharing my voice on this platform, I've been making contact with a lot of people that also are aware of the game. I'm experiencing a community building, which is really beautiful. And one of those people was Simon from Drip Dry Tie Dye. This is one of his shirts. He reached out to me and said, I want to send you one of my shirts. And his shirt showed up the day before I was leaving for Sedona. And in that letter that he wrote, he said, I have 2 spare bedrooms in New Mexico if you are ever in that area. Well, lo and behold, I'm leaving tomorrow for Sedona. Is 2 days from now too soon, Simon? Nope, it wasn't. Of course not, because we both recognize that we are feeling guided to this experience. And knowing that I'm always protected, I know everything is happening for me. I trusted this was happening for me. And if I follow the breadcrumbs, the clues, the hints, the nudges, the winks, that I will, it's not a system of reward and punishment, but it sure feels like a reward, because every single time I follow that breadcrumb, I wake up more and more. And so we're going out there, right? And yes, those human fears do come up, especially being a woman and going to someone's house I haven't met in this incarnation yet, right? But I kept trusting I was going to be okay. But what a beautiful opportunity, because there was so much that fear that came up and showed itself. Fear is the ally. It's showing you what's not aligned with your highest truth, which is love and limitlessness. So yes, there are things being shown to me, and I knew everything was going to be okay, and I knew that fear was the illusion. So I was able to pivot out of that fear, and it was like the inner child just came on board, and joy. It was like 3 kids hanging out and playing. Like we recognize each other. This is a really cool thing, is we start recognizing the energy as reflections. We are speaking in the perception of understanding that we are reflections of each other. So, Simon ended up coming with us to Sedona for the Ascension Convention. And I saw this before I left. I saw him coming with us in the car, and I saw him staying at an Airbnb, and I even said this to my husband. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And because I just kept facing these fears that were coming up and just setting them aside. I saw them, but I set them aside because I'm not going to set myself up to fail. I'm not going to set myself up for danger. I'm trusting with love on everything. So because of that, there was such a strong bond between the 3 of us on this road trip, and recognize each other at a deeper level, walking with each other in the darkness as we each remembered our own light, on what we were discussing together, seeing these other deep-seated fears that we actually got to talk out with each other. This is what happens with a community, and this is what happens when you start sharing your voice. People are going to hear you. The right people are going to hear you and align with you. And then you start getting stronger and stronger reflections in your current state of awareness. So you want to play the game, you want to play it with others, let them know that you're playing. Fear is an illusion. Love is the only thing that's intrinsic to who we are. Love, which is limitless. You're the creator of your reality. Which pen do you want? Pen of fear or pen of love?